Hi. Okay, I'm not sure. Okay, is everybody ready? It's probably a few minutes after 3:30 or around 3:30. I think, is everybody ready to begin? We're just going to begin by just saying, hello, welcome. And yeah, this is our regular session. So as most of you are regular, you know sort of the form and the level. So just participate however your body feels today. Oh, nice to see you again too. Yes, I just popped forward to read the little message that popped up. Yes, I'm very happy to be with you. So yeah, welcome, and just listen to your body, choose the pace and the way your body feels for today. Every day our body wakes up differently, and our activities throughout the day alter day to day and affect how we are in this moment when we land on our mat or in our room or with our Zoom on, So just listening to your body and how you are today. Let's just begin by moving the feet as the foundation of our body. So whatever that means to you, move the feet. It's like, okay, circling the ankles or rocking. I'm just going to put on my AC, so just continue for a moment without me.
Hi, Jill.
Yeah?
Hi, Jill. Yeah. I'm Iris. I'm sorry.
Hi, I know. Hi, how are you?
Yeah, I'm pretty good because I have grandchildren with me right now. So I cannot join your Zoom at this moment. Maybe
Okay.
I will join you next week, okay, Jill?
Yeah.
I will join you next week.
Thank you for joining to tell me and letting me know.
Thank you so
nice
much.
to see you, hear you. And so,
See you.
yes, have a good time. I'll see you next week.
Okay.
Thanks for letting me know.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Okay, I just put on the AC, so it's getting a bit hot. Okay, we're back to rocking our feet. Whoever is here is here. It's perfect and welcome. Yeah, and so you're just moving your feet. So that means you might pick them off the floor, or you might keep them stuck to the ground. But there's some movement there. Okay, good. Then we're going to focus on the knees. So when the knees move, I can feel other things moving, like my arms, my head. But my attention is in my knees. My knees are moving. And now I'm going to focus on the hips. So the hips can do anything they want. My mind is just focused on them. So just letting the body move. Now I'm going to focus on my rib cage. Still, anything else can move. My attention is in my ribs, which means maybe my chest, shoulders, head. Now I'm going to focus on the head. Breathing. And then I'm going to close my eyes and I'm just standing. Slightly soft knees. Eyes closed. Then I'm going to keep my eyes closed and I'm going to let my body move. Anything. Not really thinking about it. I'm just keeping my eyes closed. I keep opening my eyes to peek at you, but for you, just I invite you to keep your eyes closed for a few moments. Just a few moments of movement in the body. Don't forget, you can also move your arms. So letting your arms move freely. And then you can open or close your eyes when I'm sort of giving the instructions, or just as you feel like, whatever you're comfortable with, eyes open or eyes closed. And I just want us to add freely moving, but also add touch. So we let the arms, the hands touch the body. You can let the hands touch your body anywhere, including around the bum and the thighs and the feet. Maybe I'll lift my legs, but my hands are still touching the body. Yeah, just touching and moving. That's a nice thing to do. Feel the body move while you keep contact with the hands on the body just a little bit. Just gently let them roll around, fast or very slow. Both the touch can be fast, slow, and the movement can be fast and slow. You could move fast, but touch slowly. Or you could move slowly and touch faster. Or you could slow touch, slow move. Oh, fast, fast. And then just take a moment, however combinations of fast and slow, of touching and moving. Just close your eyes. Lift up through the crown of the head. Drop the shoulders. Feel the ribs. Okay, good. And then from here, I want us to practice a balancing technique. We're going to have the arms come out from the side. So assuming everyone is standing and not sitting, then the balancing is to lift one leg. So I open the arms out and I have the middle finger point down. I feel it's like a grounding tool. Someone taught me that if you put the middle finger down towards the earth, somehow it magically helps to stabilize. And that's not going to be 100% guaranteed, but let's see how it goes. You just want to feel how it is to get grounded through the foot, and even if the rising leg foot doesn't quite leave the ground, we're still shifting the weight into the standing leg by just softening the knee and having the toe. Okay, and then I might lift the foot, but I'm working on weight bearing through the standing leg. And what I really want to work is weight bearing through the standing leg without shifting. You know, often when we balance, we shift the weight and then we find a point where we can balance, which is a good start if you need to. But then I want us to graduate to stable aligned body, not shifting, just weight bearing more through one side than the other in a balancing pose or stance. And then whenever you're ready, come back down to let's shake, 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 other side, round, peel the foot off the ground, let the leg float, push the big finger pointing down, breathe in, breathe out. Just breathing, balancing on one foot. Bring the foot down, bring the arms down. Just let your shoulder girdle circle. So when I say shoulder girdle circle, what does that mean? I mean the collarbones and the shoulder blades and the shoulders and that area, which is a little bit like putting on a cardigan. It's like the arms and the shoulder blades and the collarbones. It's like a little cardigan on top of the rib cage. So just feel like the little cardigan, or see American footballers with their cage over the top of their shoulders as part of their uniform. And over here, we have our own little protection and little frame and cage of the rib cage, protecting the vital organs. And then we have this extra dangly arms and shoulder blades coming off the ribs and the shoulders. So like bicycle handles, the collarbones are like bicycle handles. Just feel that nice movement. And then come back into the center. Take a deep breath in. And then breathe out. And then we're going to bend and extend the knees. So instead of lifting one leg up, we have 2 feet on the ground. Just going to drop down. And then back up again. Down. And then back up again. Just continue that a few more times. Dropping down and back up again. When you drop down, watch that your head stays in line with the spine, dropping down and back up again, so that it's not a chicken dance, right? Keep your chin tucked in. And a good way to remember that is if you imagine putting a little round orange underneath the chin to stop the chin from moving. The orange is wedged, so your chin doesn't stick out and drop the orange, nor do you squash the orange and have orange juice spilling down. It's just held the orange in balance, whole and round, juicy, and then your legs are bending and extending. So it's also about the positioning of the head, even though of course the movement is all about the legs. One more time, and then standing up. From standing, if you have any tendency to or reason to be dizzy, like low blood sugar level or blood pressure, high or low, you want to maybe not roll your head down. So for this, if you are not dizzy or have a tendency to get dizzy, then you will go ahead and roll up and down. If you have a tendency you don't want to do that, you just keep your head. You can probably roll a little bit, but without dropping the head. You can just let the knees do the work, the legs, not just the knees. The knees bend and you lower, just like we did before. Add a little rolling of the spine. And if you feel okay, now even if you feel okay, when you're doing this rolling, you want to notice how it feels, right? Like you might suddenly feel dizzy, even if it's nothing to do with your regulation of your blood pressure normally. It just some days we feel, get caught out by the dizziness every now and then. So just being present to that, rolling through the spine in your way, or adding the squat with a little roll. And then lifting your head and weight bearing down through both feet. And then from here, we're just going to come back to standing after having done a few spinal moves in standing. Legs were straight or bent, depending on whether you were dropping your head down or not. Now the head floats up like a balloon. Imagine a champagne bubble or a soda water bubble going up the glass. Your head is like one of those bubbles going up. Let your head bubble up and just let your legs shake. But at the same time, the head is floating up. It doesn't look like my head is elevated upwards, but it's just the difference between, not noticing what the head is doing and keeping it very aligned. That is the difference. So here, you're just shaking it out, letting the head float. And then from here, I want us just to shake out the legs. So I want us to do a side kick. Small, so you put the weight into one leg like when we were balancing, and in slow motion you kick the leg out to the side. I mean, my demonstration is in slow motion, is weight, leg, tilt, kick, lift, kick, and back. But you don't have to stay in slow motion. You can pick up the speed. And I just want you to be clear that it's like a shift into one leg. The weight shifts into one leg, and then there's a small leg bend of the knee. You can keep your legs straight, right? Like a pendulum swinging. That's okay, but I want you to also just experience the shift, kick. This is also good for the hips and the thighs and the balance. So you can get a little nimbler, quicker. Or slower. Okay, I like it a lot. Last one. Shake your bum, shake your tail. Just feel your tail shake, and we'll shimmy for a while. We call this shimmying, or I guess shaking. Many, many different practices from many, many cultures have the shaking. You can do nose breathing or in through nose, out through mouth. You just start to shake. I guess for myself, I usually start by shaking my bum or shaking my knees until I start to feel the rhythm of shaking. That it just is easy, it just sort of starts to happen naturally, and then I can sustain it. Sustain it without so much effort. It's great for our muscles, it's great for our nerves, and our circulation. Now I might focus on one area more, like right now I'm going to shake the chest, now I might shake the hips, shake the bum, shake the arms, let the head bobble, and then I'm going to find my stillness again. But it feels like my whole body is soda water bubbles and champagne bubbles, like a fizzy fountain. Part of that is the energy flowing and the oxygen flowing to the cells, right? So we just fizzed ourselves. So let's fizz again. So start shaking. See, I started with my knees. I'm just going to demonstrate starting with my bum. So I just shake my bum. And then I start to feel other things shake. And then I just start to gradually add things or whatever until I just feel like I'm really shaking. Shaking out any tension. Shaking out anything that doesn't serve me. So I start with my bum, and then I feel like my legs, my inner thighs. I'm kind of rocking my feet a little. Doesn't matter, you just make it up. Just anything. Anything goes. Perfectly safe. Okay, good. Finding stillness, breathing in. And breathing out. Good. Okay, so we did a little shaking. We did touch and sense of touch and feel and sensation that way through our hands, touching our body, and we did different pace, fast or slow. Now we're going to tap. So just tap the body. Obviously, I need to use one hand to tap the other. So just having that around the neck, throat, chest, breasts, belly, hips, thighs, knees. Okay, wonderful. And then from here, let's take a seat. So I'm going to just open my legs wide enough, let my knees soften. I'm going to let my knees go forward and my bum come down into a squat, but find your way into sitting, however is comfortable for you to get into sitting, bum on ground, and also then, once you're sitting, find your leg position that works. So for me today, I'm choosing to cross my legs and sit cross-legged. Let's bring the hands to the heart and close our eyes. And from the practice of yoga, we're going to breathe in and out of the heart, so directional breathing into the hands. Now the hands are at the front of the chest, or on the chest at the front of the body. But I want you to breathe into the hands, but expand the breath into the back of your heart. Try and feel the area is the heart, and specifically we're expanding the back and sides of the heart. Eyes open or closed, finding a softness in your face. Softness in the face, around the eyes, jaw, cheeks. Relaxing. Breathing into the back of the heart, the back and the sides. Okay. And then from here, we're going to interlace the fingers and bring the hands behind the head. Now, it's inhaling up and back, and then exhaling forward. Again, just manage whether you feel dizzy. Don't do anything that's going to make you feel dizzy or, too uncomfortable. Make the legs comfortable, but I must say that you need a base of support. So crossed works very well for this, crossed legs. You inhale and then exhale. So you're going to breathe in through the nose and exhale. One more. And then relax. Let's just sit with the legs now in a position and the head reaching out. Now you're going to just simply move the head side to side. So you don't want to, it's not throwing your head about. It's dropping the shoulders and just letting the head nudge gently to the left and right. What about forward and back? Okay, good. And what about circling? Just gently circling the head. And then head in the middle. Let's breathe. Just take a breathe and a moment in. And then out through the mouth. In. And out through the mouth. One more time. Breathe in. And out through the mouth. Okay. Good work. let's lie on our back. So I'm going to lie down and pick up the legs. I want to make sure my head isn't chopped off. Okay, so lying down. And then having the legs up. And then let's circle the legs. Oh, like we're riding a bicycle through the space. See my legs moving through the space. You can make your head in the center. So try not to watch your device. Once you know what you're doing, let your head go right in the middle. Hands by the sides of the body. I sometimes for this tuck my thumb underneath my bum a little bit. So just place my thumb under the edges of my buttock and then let the legs start to bicycle. Okay, we've probably travelled quite far. We don't need to do both directions here. I just wanted us to get the joints moving. And then you're going to bring the knees into your chest. And then you're just going to rock gently to the left and right. Just letting the hips move. Again, once you know what you're doing, try not to move the head too much. Then just come to the center. And then place the hands by the sides of the body. Place the feet onto the ground. From here, the hips are level, the lower back, the rib cage, the shoulders, the chin is tucked in. You're going to breathe in. And as you breathe out, you move the pelvis by pushing through your feet. You come up and then back down again. And you're just going to move through the feet. So moving up and down. Up and down through your spine. Very hips lead, spine follows. Spine leads on the way down, hips follow. So hips and spine, spine and hips. And then you come up and you just stay there pressing down. So you keep your bum up and your spine. And just keep your arms by the sides of the body, your pubic bone up. And you just feel the pelvic floor muscles engage. Chin is tucked in, shoulders are wide. Squeezing the bum. And then peel down. Now just hug the knees back into the chest. 1 and 2. And just hold them in towards the chest. Massage again the back of the body against the ground. So it is letting your hips go side to side. That's the instruction. But it's also just over to one hip, other hip. It's pressing in and feeling the ground underneath your body. It's feeling the ground, and it helps us to get grounded. Our connection to the earth. You know, we really are earthlings. We really are creatures of the earth, connected to the planet. And so here we just want to really feel the ground so we don't forget. So we can get very connected to how the earth feels. It's a nice feeling. Let's place one hand onto the same knee. So right hand to right knee, left hand to left knee. And then from the knee position, we take them out and around. And then just stop and hug your knees tightly into your body. And then release the feet up to the sky. So you unfold it, basically. You just unfold it. Keep pushing your feet up to the sky now and spread your toes. The toes spread out. Arches, the Achilles. Point one foot and then the other. Relax your shoulders and relax your jaw. And it sounds like, why would you think about that when you're busy with the feet, right? And the legs. But just notice, is there any tension around the chest, the shoulders, neck, and jaw? Pedaling the feet, chin is tucked in. And then bend the knees and bring the knees into the chest. Put the feet back down, let your arms go out to the sides if you have enough room, or closer to the body if you need to. And then let your legs go side to side. So keep your chin in the middle. I was turning to look at you. Keep your chin in the middle. Breathing, squeezing. So the legs are moving, and with them, the hips. And it really reminds us about how our body is, right? That our hips are connected to our legs, and that they're not only attached, but also can move together, but that they are separate moving parts that are linked. So you can really feel that. Separate legs and hips moving. Okay, then just lift and lower your hips. Okay, good. From here, I want us to strengthen around the muscles of the belly, to strengthen the core and around our back. So our belly and our back underneath. So place your hands behind your head, inhale, and then exhale and lift up. Looking forward over the knees and then come back down again. Come back up again, and back down again. And here you're going to try as best you can to pull the navel inwards towards your spine. Okay, good. And then from here, we're just going to hold on to our legs and roll. Again, if you feel dizzy or very uncomfortable, you might just want to rock gently and push yourself up and sit in. If you feel okay, you might be okay to begin to roll, rock. Rock and roll. And just keep rolling a few times, and then after that, we're just going to, sorry about that. Here you're lying, we rolled, now we're lying on our back, and now we're circling the leg. Now, my leg circle is quite big because I've been practicing a lot. But in the beginning, maybe softening the knee and then circling the leg. And then reversing. So the knee can be straight or bent, but what you want to minimize is the movement of your hips. So you're not rolling the hips to the left and right, nor are you rocking your body left and right. It's just the leg inside the hip socket. And then keeping the leg up, push the heel up, keep pushing the heel up. So you've grabbed hold of the leg, and then you're pushing the heel up, and this gives you a nice stretch in the hamstring. It can be a nerve, a feeling of sort of nerve stretching, nerve stimulating. And then lowering the leg, and then we do that again on the other side, lifting the leg from a bent knee to a straight leg or keeping it slightly bent and circling. Breathing. And then reverse the direction. Then we stretch. So we bring the hands behind, we bring the leg towards, and we start to just push the heel up, and that helps us to get an opening in the back of the legs. And usually when we have that feeling in the back of the legs, we can really get the sensation of stretch. We know we're really opening and balancing out around the hips and the legs. Now try and relax the throat and the eyes and the cheeks. Okay, good. Then we bend the knee. Let's put both knees pointing to the sky. So bend your knees and have your feet on the ground. And then you're going to just let your legs go side to side. Just letting them both go to one side and then both go to the other. Feeling a little bit the relationship again between thighs and hips. Okay, good work. From here, I want us to roll again. Remember, it can be just gentle rocking, like a little bit, or it can be bigger until you rock, 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 and bring yourselves back up into sitting. If you need to push yourself into sitting, just go ahead and do that. I want us just to do a little bit of side work on the side of our body. So, left arm down, right arm up, and then side bend. Breathing into the rib cage. And then coming over to the other side. Arm up to the sky. Turn the palm to face the ground and let your fingers and thumb lengthen out. Other side. This one. Now let's stretch our legs out. So we stretched them up to the sky a moment ago. Now they're out to the side. And you're just going to bring the chest towards the ground. Drop the chin into the chest. Push out through the feet. Just let your head drop. Just stay here breathing. And then just folding your legs. And then I want us to do the tapping. So you're going to place one hand on the base of your skull. Usually, if you're right-handed, you'll tap with the right, but maybe not, doesn't make any difference. And if you're left-handed, it will be the other way. But it doesn't matter which hand you tap or which hand you hold the base of your skull with. And then you're just going to breathe and tap on the left and right side, and then on the heart. Keep breathing. And just keep that tapping going. Just want to check everything's okay with my daughter for 1 second, excuse me. Okay, yep. Now move your hand from the base up a little bit towards just the middle back of your head. The middle back, and then continue. If you're new to this, sorry, I wouldn't usually leave you for a moment, but I'm guessing most of you have done this with me before, if not all of you. And it's simply a tapping to balance the left and right sides of the brain. Our body is not symmetrical. We're never going to be completely perfectly balanced, but we want to get the left and right functioning with the brain balanced. Often we have a dominant side, physically and in the brain. Then placing the hand on the top, and then continue tapping. So it's like a tap over the top center of the head by now, depending on the size of your hands and the size of your head, but approximately. And just breathing in. This is creating an interference with the left and right. This is creating a sailing. And then bringing the hand to the front. And to the side. Outside. Just resting the hand on the side of your head. And to the other side, just switch hands. Eyes open and closed. Taking breaths. Balancing, balancing. And then tapping the heart area, the chest, or the sternum, breastbone. Helps us to save that balance that we created by tapping on the head. Okay, good. And then let's go back to just breathing. Let the arms relax. Can be a little bit tiring, the holding of the arms. So just breathing in. And then breathing out. Just breathing. Close the eyes. Eyes open and closed. Silent stillness. Good. And then we want to move our arms in an infinity. So like a big crocodile, bring the two hands together, interlace your fingers. And then let your arms sideways infinity. Infinity, sideways 8. Up and down through the space. Notice any other movements in the body. Maybe you rock to one side with the arms, or maybe you don't and you stay very still. If you keep your hips still and do the arms, it will become very like, the fatigue or the feeling would come in the shoulders and the arms. If you let your hips go with your arm, then you might not feel so much tension in the arms. So it's up to you. Good. Arms up, like hands up, hands by the ears. It's like don't shoot, and then let the spine twist. The torso, the spine, twisting, breathing. And then back to the center. Now, how about we lift up and pull down? So lift up is like we get the blinds, the curtain in the window, there's sometimes blinds. And I grab them and I pull them back down again. Up and down arms, up and down arms. Now I'm also grabbing, so my hands are opening and closing. My fingers are spreading and wrapping, folding, closing, breathing in, breathing out. Legs, however you feel comfortable. Now keep the arms in and just let the hands grab, grab, grab. Pump. We call this the hand pump in Nia, which is the dance form I'm trained in. So in Nia, we pump. Sometimes we do it where we can do it where we catch the thumb with the other 4 fingers, or keep the thumb sticking out. It's a great upper arm workout, so just pumping a few times. Now, you could also make it like catch a fly, is similar, but it's a little lighter in the fingers. It's more like grabbing just with the fingers. Breathe, 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 breathe. Flies can be, or mosquitoes in Hong Kong, can be everywhere, anywhere, above or below, behind, in front. And then, just take a little rest. Let your shoulders roll a few times, rolling backwards, and let them drop down. And then let the head go side to side. Head goes side to side. And then breathe in. And then as it goes to the side, let the air out. When your head drops to the side, okay, good. And then from here, let's start to come into standing again, beginning with the feet on the floor and the hands. So hands and feet, and then we're just going to let the hips move, the knees move, the bum is moving a little bit to the left, to the right. And then coming up, see if you can balance. I'm on my tiptoes. So I'm folded in my knees and I'm just putting the weight down through my feet. And I'm balancing, I've sort of got balance going on. I found a place where I can perch on my haunches with my heels up, balancing. Then I'm going to put my hands down and I'm going to shift the weight into my hands as I start to straighten, and then I'm going to gently roll. So the motion was like, through the hips and the spine. Lots of spring loaded. And here we're going to just circle the hips to release any tension out of the pelvis and out of the lower back. Okay, good. And just circling. Relax your jaw. Like let your mouth hang open. While your hips circle. There's a relationship between the structure of the jaw and the pelvis, through the nerves and through the fascia muscles. Circle one way and then the other way. Keep it going one way, then the other way. Maybe just doing 1 or 2 circles at a time. So it would be like this. It could be like 1, 2, 1, other direction, 2. Be 1, 1, woo. It could be like several, and then several. Okay, good. Arms go up above the head. You want to really stretch. When onto feet facing forward, so the toes face in front of you and your head comes up. You're just going to breathe in. Move the shoulders, move the bum, move the feet, just like we began. We began actually with the feet, so let's end with starting with feet. Move them in any way. Anything else will happen. And then we'll work from the feet to the knees. So just focus on your knees. Anything else happens. Then the hips again. And then ribs and the head. Okay, good. And then grounding through the feet. Take a breath in. Exhale. Feel the feet. Spread the toes, lift them, put them back down. Lift the heels, put them back down. Stay there, grounded through the feet, lifting through the head. Breathe in. Out. In through the nose and out through the nose. In through the nose and out through the nose. In through the nose and out through the mouth. And then just gently shaking it out. Good work, everybody. So how is everybody feeling? I hope you all feel alive and you know that the energy is free to flow there through all the muscles and joints and bones of the body. Is it right? Everyone feels good. Okay, so I very much enjoy our class every Monday. So let's meet again next Monday. And then I know there is the 22nd, I believe, it's also a Monday. Is it? Anyway, I know you have a party one day, but I think it's not next week. So I will see you at 3:30 next week. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a good rest of the day. And yeah, if anyone has ever any questions, just let me know, or through Maggie's Center, you can let me know also. Just stay soft with yourself today and take a few deep, full breaths. Oh, good, feeling good. Okay, great, Zoe. Yeah. And, you know, really just be gentle. Notice how your body feels when you move and keep your joints supple, you know, just through movement, simple movement. Okay, beautiful. Okay, thanks, everyone. I'm going to go and find out what's going on with my daughter now. Bye.
Thank you, Jill. Bye-bye.
You're welcome.
Bye.
You're welcome. Bye.